And I've observed that we tend to identify ourselves with our own life stories. And each life story, of course, is unique. But also, when we cling to our life stories and identify ourselves with our life stories, we separate ourselves from each other. Of course, we are different, but I think what unites us, in my view, is consciousness. So, this poster is supposed to represent my current views on the topic of self, other, and no self. And I want to focus on non-dual awareness and the demise of the instruction of the separate self. Because I think what really is very obvious, given the current political strives in the world, is the clinging to personal identity, social group identity, national identity, and so on. And we are not able to see our underlying humanity. And that is my interest. So you could say, in a way, my poster is radical existentialism, although I have some problems with that term, and in association with some other people who have thought about these things, I prefer to say non-dual awareness. I am not stating, that we are one, that we are consciousness. I'm just saying we are not two. And non-dual awareness is actually an English translation of a Sanskrit term, Advaita, which means not two. And over the last several years, I've met several people who are in the tradition of non-duality in the East and West, and I've sort of found my philosophical footing in that tradition. Somebody whom I like a lot is actually a French person, Francis Fossil. He is living in Southern California for the last 25 years, and he is one of my inspiration. And several other ones. Second one, Rupert Spira, he's a potterer in England, and so on. So these ideas, which are here on the poster, they are not unique. I cannot claim anything. It's really my finding, my direct insight, but I associate very strongly with the contents. And one image which maybe one image which maybe captures the essence of the poster is we identify ourselves with what is typically in front of our eyes, and we are really captured. In a way, we are prisoners of what is coming to us in terms of sensory awareness. And I've tried to capture that with just one photo. It happens to be a street in Paris. And it says actually, the American Dream multiplex. It's very busy, motorcycles and so any picture. And next to it, on the right side from your view, is a frame which has just white space. And that white space is supposed to represent pure awareness. Pure awareness is that which makes possible to become aware of any specific content of consciousness. So you could say a goal of what I try to represent here is the attempt through various means to hold the specific contents of awareness and at the same time be aware of the underlying essence of that which makes specific contents of consciousness possible. Pure consciousness. In specific practices, for instance in meditation or during a very strong, deep experience of nature or a strong personal relationship, it is possible to become more and more aware of the underlying consciousness, and the sensual perception is becoming dimmer and dimmer. That's a typical experience in meditation. It can happen anywhere. In nature, personal relationships, in the experience of great art. And what I want to say, that philosophy has over time forgotten the source of this wisdom and is just dealing with mental constructs. But the constructs are just made up. They have their value, but it is not really what we are. It is too abstract. I've listed a few items which I think are questionable assumptions about ourselves. Yeah, a false assumption may be, I am my life story. When we identify ourselves with our life stories, we are totally stuck in the past and in the future. We worry about the future, what will happen if. In the past, we're dealing with past problems, past issues, and we are stuck. What we are not is, we are not right in the present moment. So I'm advocating that philosophers, especially practical philosophers, learn to live in the present moment and see that the past and the futures are just projections, mental projections. If we can do that, I think our lives will be much more enriched, deeper, and the experience will be much more concrete. So I have just given an overview of what I try to say with some bullet points and with the image. You see the fish in the water, and very often people are unhappy about many things, and in a way most people are saying, I want to be happy, I want to have the water of life. They say, please give me water. Where is water? So this is an image of a fish which is surrounded by water and is not aware that the fish himself or herself is fully surrounded by water. So if you have any questions for me, I don't want to go into any more detail. I am interested in your interests, in your challenges, questions, comments based on your own personal experience. Yes, please.
Why do you think that mainly people are not living in the presence? I just wonder how you come to this assumption, because I think right at the moment, because of the instabilization of in politics and financial situations, people more or less live just really today. They spend money today and they care even less about future, for example. I just want to know how you come to that idea, because it's a central idea you have.
Yes, I don't want to advocate reckless living, irresponsible living, because I don't know. One could say, yeah, I don't know how long I'm going to live, so I spend the money today and have a great time. At least I can save in a few years that I have a great time for a little while. Yeah, this kind of irresponsibility it's not what I'm advocating. I just see for myself and from people with whom I've talked that people are very often so consumed by the past and personal conflicts with siblings, with especially parents, teachers, and even though it is long ago, people are still dealing with it in some way or another, like unresolved issues. So a lot of life energy goes into dealing with things which is objectively gone, you could say, but still people deal with it subjectively. And a lot of life energy is captured by that. Some other people, or even the same, have future worries. I don't have enough money, I don't know how long I'm going to live, I'm not sure whether I have selected the right profession, shall I do this and that, and worry about the future. You can see that on the small scale in your own life or in other people's life, as well as also in social groups, even nations, you can say. So I just advocate the openness for the present moment.